Hello, my name is Elliott Wald. I've been a therapist for over 30 years. I've appeared as a resident psychologist and hypnosis expert on ITV This Morning Show, as well as on BBC documentaries, Sky Living, Sky News. I'm also a published author on addiction.
One of the world's best hypnosis experts, Elliott Wald.
How you doing, Dan?
So I realise they've got a problem. What's the steps you would advise them to take if they wanted to contact you?
Get in touch, Google my name, Elliott Wald, and get in touch and we'll have a chat, we'll have a conversation. I'll think and see if it's right for you.
If nature could have come up with a more complex and addictive stimulant, I don't know what it is.
I know this problem inside out because I had a daily cocaine habit for over 15 years. I want you to know I get it. I've been there. Not only have I been there, but I see 40 patients one-on-one every single week. That's not 40 people in a group, not 40 people with various addictions. 40 individual patients every week. Week in, week out, month after month, year after year. And I don't just treat any addiction. My entire focus is on nasal ingestion, sniffing cocaine, not smoking it, not injecting it. This laser-focused approach has allowed me to dedicate all my research, expertise, and methods towards one clear goal: helping people break free from the grip of cocaine addiction.
I started using cocaine when I was 20 and 41 now, so it was kicking the arse off about 20 years.
The addiction got quite severe for me, to the point where I started to, I guess, lose my mind in certain ways.
At first, it was glamorous. And then it got heavy.
Let me show you how cocaine works. In normal, everyday life, everything you do produces dopamine. Dopamine is your feel-good chemical. It's your currency of feeling good. In normal everyday life, if someone gives you a compliment, you do well at work, someone says something nice to you, you produce dopamine. We'll call these little gold coins. And through your normal everyday life, you use these gold coins to feel good. A bit of inspiration in your day, a bit of motivation in your day, a bit of dedication in your day, and life works pretty normally. What happens is at some point, you introduce cocaine into your life. And once it becomes a regular habit, what the cocaine does is takes over the prefrontal cortex of your brain. It literally hijacks your brain. Let me show you. Once you start using cocaine, cocaine produces a huge amount of dopamine. And when you do a line, you get a massive state of euphoria. The problem is, once you start using cocaine, it stops your own natural production of dopamine. You no longer produce these gold coins. The cocaine in your prefrontal cortex hijacks your brain and it turns down your dopamine receptors so that you no longer produce it. Now, when you do a line of coke, within a short period of time, 2 to 5 minutes, your brain has surged dopamine. You get a state of euphoria. You feel great. The problem is within 15 to 30 minutes, you have a crash. That is why you go back to doing another line. That is the cycle that repeats itself all over again. However, there's going to reach a point where you run out, where you no longer have any coke. And when you use that last line, what happens is this: you get this state of euphoria, but the cocaine prevents the reuptake of dopamine. It stops dopamine now being produced. And because you no longer produce dopamine, the chemical that makes you feel good, life starts to get boring. Over the coming days and weeks and months, the things that used to make you feel good no longer have that shine to them because the cocaine has turned down your dopamine receptor. And the only way to change that is to fix the neuroplasticity of your brain over a period of time of not using. And that's exactly how cocaine works. You have to deal with the psychological triggers.
I'd go away to work 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, not even think about it. I'd come home with my ex-partner, we'd go out for dinner, have a couple of cocktails. As soon as I'd had a drink, that's it, I wanted to get a bag in. And then that was me for probably like 24 hours to 2-3 days.
Yeah, I started to realise, I think, that the drug was no longer a weekend escape, and it had taken over my life.
So how does it work? Your program consists of 4 one-to-one sessions. The first session is a full case history. This is where I find out everything about you. Your personal history, what you do, when you do it, how you do it, including your usage, your frequency, your quantity, whether you use alcohol, dry sniff, whether your usage is daily, weekly, or binge-driven. If your addiction is connected to other habits, such as drinking. I look at every aspect of your addiction. No two people with a cocaine addiction are the same. I take into account your upbringing, your values, your beliefs, your life experiences. I peel back the layers to understand you and your specific addiction. I also run psychological diagnostic assessments, including impulsivity tests, emotional dysregulation tests. And from all this case history information, I spend 2 to 3 hours individualizing, tailoring, writing a bespoke program specific to you, to your psychology, your behavior patterns, your addiction. And then we have 3 further one-to-one appointments, each held a week apart. And these sessions incorporate cutting-edge psychological methods, including psychology and hypnosis, Gestalt therapy, linguistics, combined with advanced addiction therapy.
I reached out to Elliott, had a first meeting where we sort of done a background on myself, and then after a few sessions, that's it, I'm sober, and I've been sober ever since.
With Elliott, it isn't about just stopping the habit. It's about understanding it. Why I turned to cocaine in the first place, and what I was running from, and how to rebuild. He helped me to understand me.
Elliott Wald's approach made getting clean so easy. You know, there was very little willpower. It was like he rewired my brain not to want it anymore. It's the best way I can describe it. I tried going cold turkey, I tried all these other things, but the want was still there. But now it isn't, the craving's gone.
So it's 4 sessions. Each session's held a week apart, and each session is 45 minutes in duration. My patients are always booked an hour apart, so there's always time to ask questions at the end. And where can I see you? The majority of my patients, over 90% in fact, now choose to see me online via Zoom. And it's proven to be just as effective as face-to-face sessions, with no travel time, no extra stress, just comfort and privacy from home. I also have 2 private clinics where you can see me face-to-face, one based in Luton, Bedfordshire, and the other in Elstree, Hertfordshire. It's right on the border of North London, 10 minutes from Edgware Tube Station in a taxi. So how much is it and how do I book? Well, it's 4 sessions, and the cost of each and every session is £250 per session. It's only a £50 deposit to book your sessions. So get in touch with my team, contact the number online now, and send a WhatsApp message to get your spot on the waiting list.